Hello, everybody. My name is Sebastian Rodriguez, and I'm a Microsoft 365 consultant. Today, we are going to discuss what's new in Microsoft 365 Copilot for the month of March 2025. If you want to see this information, let me generate the QR code. This is something you can scan with your phone, and you will be able to see this very same web page. So let's start with this and see what's new. First of all, if you're residing in the US or you're planning to be in Las Vegas at the beginning of May, there's going to be a massive event for the Microsoft 365 Community Conference. And there's going to be a plethora of sessions, workshops, and many interactive resources for people who are looking to learn and expand their Copilot knowledge. If you want more information about the lineup, reserving tickets, being remote, presential, etc., you can check it from the links in this section. Now, back to the products. If you are working in the compliance sector, there's a new Copilot data source in the Purview Data Explorer. Basically, in Data Explorer, when you're using items that have a sensitivity label, that have a retention label, or that contain a specific type of sensitive information that or something that matches one of the classifiers you have, this will be able to basically tag if the content matches that information. This means that you're not reading the content itself, you're just aware that the content for that particular response contains one of those sensitive subjects. This feature is already rolling out in April, and you can track this in the M365 roadmap. Now, if you're a small and medium business, maybe you are in consulting, especially if you're a Microsoft partner or if you're a freelancer, there's a new Microsoft 365 Copilot business case builder, which you can access from the link here. And this is backed up by the total economic impact study that Microsoft requested for Forrester to run. So if you want to read about the data and the science behind these calculations, you can do it. But here you will have the number of employees, you will have your industry. So let's say education, for example. You have your estimated annual revenue, and you have your country. So let's select United States. Let's calculate this. And let's wait for this to be ready. And I think that the numbers are already here. So in this case, it's telling me that even if I'm just, spending money on Copilot licensing, training, and all the costs associated with change management, I still get ahead with around $70,000 in savings every year with a return on investment of the 73%. And of course, you can tailor this to your specific industry, your specific revenue, your country, etc. But it's a great tool to, as the title says, build the business case as to why it's important to use generative AI to empower the organization. Next, there's the pay-as-you-go billing setup for agent usage in Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat. And long story short, this means that in your organization, if you have Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat, this is not the paid Copilot license users. This is just the people who have a standard M365 license and they're using the quote unquote free version of Copilot. These users can consume Copilot agents, and they will have a quota, or let's say You can purchase a message quota or a message packet basically with interactions that your non-premium users can run against those agents. Paid users, they do not need it because they already have the Copilot license. So with this, you can create an agent, expose it into the organization, and only pay for the users who are consuming that agent instead of having to assign a license to every single user. With this change, now you can enable all of this automatic billing straight from the M365 Admin Center instead of having to go through the Power Platform Admin Center. This streamlines the process a little bit and it's easier to follow. So here you have all the instructions. Go to Copilot, Settings, Copilot Pay-as-you-go services, and then Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat. After that, you select your subscription, fill the rest of the information, and that's it. All right, and another topic. Now, if you are having sensitive conversations, sometimes you don't want to enable transcripts. You don't want to record the session either. And that makes it difficult when you want to use Copilot with that session. So, if your tenant admin enables this feature, which is in preview during March and will be rolling out during May this year, you can enable Copilot during a call without having to have transcription or recording enabled. All right? Again, this needs to be enabled by a tenant admin, so even if the feature rolls out, you will not see it unless it's enabled. If you want more information, you can check the link here, and of course, you can discuss this with your IT manager. And for Copilot pages, the amount and the type of artifacts that you can create using Copilot pages is expanding. So if you're using Copilot either in work or web mode, you can ask Copilot to generate certain blocks of, let's say, code, for example, or you can ask for a diagram, or you can ask for, let's say, a table, etc. So now extra content is rolling out during April. This content, and let me scroll down a little bit here, can, sorry, this content will be able to, let me open this here. This will show all the content that you can create. There can be, as I said earlier, diagrams, code text, tables, and other artifacts. So all of these is going to be updated as these features are being rolling out. And here you can see how this is going to look in pages. Another feature is that when you are using Copilot in Excel, there's now access to web data, all right? Meaning that not only Excel is able to look at the specific table that you have selected in your document, but you can also ask Copilot to use web data, and that can be used to correlate information, expand it, or generate any solution that is required from your end. In the example here, they're talking, for example, about looking up lists of countries, exchange rates, etc. Also, if you're using Copilot in applications, in case you're using Copilot Chat in Outlook, you will be able to use agents from that experience. So either the new agents or the future agents that Microsoft has already announced, and we are waiting for them to be deployed worldwide, will be able to be accessed from here. And in case you are using OneDrive to analyze images. If you're using the web client, you can open the Copilot panel, and from there you can query about the contents of the image. All right. So this is very useful when you're trying to describe certain settings, maybe analyze some images, or generate any other kind of contents. Now, where do you find all of this information? In the M365 roadmap. So the Microsoft 365 product roadmap is a public URL. You can access it from here. Same thing. I'm going to create the QR code for everyone to be able to open and access this. And from here, you can search by a feature, by an ID, by a keyword, etc. There's many filters here like product, status, if it's new, if it's duplicated, if it has been announced, released, soon to be released, etc. But here you will be able to see all the information about everything that is coming into Microsoft 365. All right. So for example, if you want to see more information about this, you can just click here, and this is going to expand with the ID, instances, platforms, and general phases. So that's it for today. Thank you everybody for taking your time to look at this video, and I hope that you can leave any comments you have regarding everything new that has arrived to Copilot during this March. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.